Hey runners, welcome back. My name's Ben and I'm a strength coach for runners. Today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis, and by the end of this video you'll know how to assess yourself to determine whether you have plantar fasciitis or whether your foot pain is something entirely different. So in addition to being a strength coach for runners, I'm actually a medical massage therapist and corrective exercise specialist in San Francisco. I run and operate my own practice, and I work on a lot of people who have foot pain. So people come in to see me when they have foot pain. They've usually been to a chiropractor or a physical therapist or an orthopedist or a primary care doctor, and they've been told that they have plantar fasciitis. And so what is the plantar fascia and what is plantar fasciitis? So plantar fascia is the most superficial layer on the bottom of your foot of connective tissue. It runs from the heel over to the toes. And plantar fasciitis is basically when this superficial soft tissue is inflamed. And plantar fasciitis is a real thing. It really sucks and can be really debilitating. But there's a lot of other things that foot pain can be other than plantar fasciitis. So I asked the new client, how did that person determine that your foot pain was plantar fasciitis? And to which they say, I pointed at it, I described my symptoms, and they told me it was plantar fascia. And I said, well, did they actually touch your foot or do a physical examination? And the client usually says no. And so here's what boggles my mind. We have this epidemic of medical professionals calling any foot pain plantar fasciitis. But your plantar fascia is only the most superficial layer on the bottom of your foot. And there are many, many, many structures deeper than the plantar fascia which could be causing the pain. And it matters what we call it, because what we call it determines what we need to treat, right? And what the problem is. So what could it be if it's not your plantar fascia that's bugging you? So just deep to the plantar fascia, we have a layer of muscle called your flexor digitorum brevis. What this muscle does is it flexes your four small toes. If this muscle is chronically tight, it can create a ton of foot pain. So that's one possibility. Your flexor digitorum brevis is tight. That muscle also runs all the way down to the heel. Another muscle even deep to the flexor digitorum brevis is your quadratus plantae. This muscle, if it's tight, can create heel pain, pain in the middle of the foot. You can also have an adhesion between the flexor digitorum brevis and the quadratus plantae, which is the issue, because the two muscles can't slide against each other when needed. So those are just a couple possibilities. Even deeper to that, somebody could have bone spurs that could be causing foot pain. One of my favorite stories is a woman came in to see me for plantar fascia, and I assessed it as not being plantar fascia. I treated all the deeper structures, didn't get great results. She went in for an MRI. Turned out that she had bone spurs. So not only did she not have plantar fascia, the most superficial tissue inflamed, the problem was as deep as possible, it was already at the bone level, yet an orthopedist said she had plantar fascia. Some other possibilities that I see very often is a medial calcaneal nerve entrapment. So a lot of people have pain on the inside of the heel, and oftentimes this isn't plantar fascia, it's a nerve getting stuck around the ankle. And as a result, there's pain in the heel type area. So if I were to go, for example, treat the plantar fascia when it's a medial calcaneal nerve entrapment, I'm probably not going to get very far. So those are just some of the things that your foot pain can be. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to determine whether your foot pain is plantar fascia or something deeper. So you're going to find a nice neutral position for your foot, which is probably a little bit more chill than this. I'm just holding my foot this way so you can see. So the plantar fascia comes down to the heel, goes out this way toward the toes. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to find a spot on your foot that hurts. So what you'll do is, you know the spots that normally hurt, I want you to take a couple fingers and press into that spot. and you should feel it hurt. I want you to make it hurt so you're sure that that is a spot that actually hurts. So push in on it, feel it, ow, ow, ow. Second step, I want you to take your other hand, pull your toes back this way, and press that exact same spot again with the same amount of pressure. Now, you'll either have one of two results. You put the toes back and it hurts less, or it hurts the same or more. If you pull your toes back and it hurts less, that means that you do not have plantar fascia, that the problem is really deeper to the plantar fascia. If you pull your toes back and it hurts about the same or more, that means that you do have plantar fasciitis. How did I know that? Well, here's what I'm doing. So I found a spot on the plantar fascia that hurts. Now, the spot that hurts, it might be the plantar fascia that's creating pain, or it might be something deeper to it, right? So what I did was I confirmed that that spot actually hurts. Then I took the hand and I pulled the toes back, which puts the plantar fascia on stretch. So if there's a tissue that's inflamed and I put it on stretch and I poke it again, it should hurt either about the same or more. However, if you put the plantar fascia on stretch and you poke and it hurts less, well, that's because you can't push through the plantar fascia that's on stretch. And the result is that you'd feel less pain because you're not able to apply pressure to that deeper layer. And that's how you determine if you have plantar fasciitis. So now you know whether your foot pain is plantar fasciitis or whether it's something else altogether. So where do you go from here? Well, next week I'm going to post a video on how to do soft tissue work on your own on the bottom of your foot and your calf to hopefully get that foot pain feeling better. You can always find an active release technique practitioner like me, preferably a level 2 practitioner that can help you identify and treat the adhesions that might be present in the bottom of your foot, particularly if it isn't plantar fasciitis or if it's a medial calcaneal nerve entrapment. The last thing you can do is learn how to use your feet better, learn how to use your body better. And when you have a good strength training program like I offer, you learn how to use your feet and your hips better together so you don't end up in situations like this. Strength training makes a world of difference. I hope you guys liked this video today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with someone who has foot pain. If you want to get started on your strength training, head over to www.benbuehler.com. I've got lots of free starter kits, free master classes, etc. to get you started. And I also have a one-on-one strength coaching program. See you guys next time. Bye.